Welcome back to Blueprints. I'm Akanar, and this is day 59, where last time we had such a blast. Day 58, we figured it out. We were able to piece together the clues about the scepter and the stone and the crown and the throne. We figured out what the game was trying to get us to do, and we were able to permanently ascend the throne room. The throne room has now become the throne of the Blue Prince. So dang cool. What a fantastic draft. And now we have a new goal in front of us. The next time that you draft 8 blueprints in a row, permanently unlock all blue sealed doors. Now that text, as I was thinking about it after the fact, is interesting because it doesn't say the next time today. And the literalist card player in me that knows, Magic or Slay the Spire is the game that I've been playing a lot of recently. The sequel just came out. And things like that, text and details like that are pretty important because maybe this carries over to the next day. I'm going to proceed under that assumption, at least for the moment, and we're going to try to draft 8 blue rooms in a row. And I did wonder what in a row means. I think it just means one right after the other. I don't know, though, if it really wants them to be adjoining rooms. That would be pretty tricky to do. It's not the easiest thing to just draft 8 rooms of any, if you picked any 8 particular rooms and, well, I guess 8 particular rooms, that would be really difficult to draft. If you picked 8 specific rooms, like I'm going to take the bedroom and I'm going to take the den and I'm going to take the starfish aquarium. If you named 8 rooms out of the 110 that we've got available, then it would be pretty difficult to get those 8 specific ones drafted together because you'd have to get lucky enough to get them offered 8 times in a row or at 8 doors in a row. But what I was thinking was getting 8 of any blue rooms to go together in an adjoining fashion seems like it could be pretty complicated. So it doesn't say adjoining rooms. Let's not assume that it means adjoining. Let's just say one right after the other. So you have to draft 8 blueprints without drafting any other color rooms in the meantime. That's what we will proceed with under that assumption and try to get that done. This scepter, though, this was another thing that I had thought about. The Alzara cutscene. The Alzara cutscene, I don't know which one it was. We might need to rewatch those again at some point here. Because there may be other details in those cutscenes that make sense now, but one of them, I remember specifically, they highlight this part of the entrance hall. And I remember thinking at the time that they were trying to highlight this lamp. Like, oh, we're going to be able to light the lamp. And that's going to allow us to, light up the tunnel or something. And I wonder if this is what it was getting at. The fact that the scepter is going to be present here, maybe as a permanent fixture. I still am a little uncertain exactly how this scepter works, but we did call it a day in a blue room. We called it in the planetarium when we had a blue scepter. So and it did not work the way that I thought it was going to work, which is to put it directly into our inventory. Thankfully, it seems like the default location now is the entrance hall. But maybe that's only the case. See, what throws me off is we did not call it a day in a blue room on day 57. We were in the treasure trove, but it still came back to us. So it kind of feels like the scepter just wants to stick around. And I'm not going to question it, especially if it doesn't force us to pick it up right away. We get a choice, just like the Banner of the King, when we want to activate it. So let's do that in just a moment, or let's start drafting in just a moment. But one other thing that I had talked about doing was rewatching the cutscene from last time. Let's go ahead and do that here. Let's rewatch the cutscene because I had another realization as I was editing. And I kind of had to rewatch that cutscene a little bit during editing because that's how editing works. But I had a realization about the person in the green hood. I think I know, well, let's take a look here again, but I think I might know who this is. The fact that this chest was buried is still so cool. They dug it up, they put it in the treasure trove. I'm still wondering if we're going to get there. Okay, so here we go though. Deadly is the stone. This person. I was like, who's this? I don't think we know this person. The only person that I could think of is like, is this our mom somehow in disguise as part of her, you know, merry band of misfits, the band of thieves that she worked with? What was their name? I'm thinking of like the Blackwater Brigade, the Children of the Blackwater. That's what it is, right? So I thought she had some weird disguise on, but then if you watch it a little bit more here, the details that I had not picked up on, the person is looking at the cursed effigy. And I thought, well, wait a second. Does that mean that she like left, she's looking at the cursed effigy and then she left it for us in the shrine? Except then you see this scene, and I totally did not grasp what was going on here. You've got the carriage in the background. You've got this person over here laying on the ground, and you've got the berries. And all of a sudden I remembered the curse. I need to look at my notes to remember the title, but the book that we read about the curse of the bridge. I am going to pull it up in my notes. I forgot to do this beforehand, but the curse, there it is. The curse of the Black Bridge. I couldn't remember the title exactly, but yeah, this is what it's from. It's from that. It's from the book. This is this. Who was the name? What was the name of the person or the kid in the story? Jesper. It's got to be Jesper, right? That's Jesper. Does it even say that Jesper was wearing green? Maybe, I don't know if it goes quite into that detail, but he was the one picking berries. And then that stranger came along and had the, maybe we should read through parts of this. At least I want to read to where it talks about the cursed effigy, right? Because I don't think it mentions, let's see, is it, I think maybe it starts talking about it here. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency? Trying to remember at what point he knocks out, or did he kill the person? Oh, look at this. That's right. Okay, so he didn't kill the driver at least right away. Maybe we should just read through this. At least starting with joining, where do we want to, I don't want to read through the entire book, but I'm trying to figure out a good place to kind of pick up from. Maybe here where it says there's a lockbox in the carriage. The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly. So he did have a knife at his throat because he was going to rob him, unable to find a purse on the man's coat. There's a lockbox in the carriage, is what the driver said. Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands, a concession I assure you of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat. The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat to the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage, where he instructed him to get on his knees, put his hands behind his back. Let me skip ahead just a little bit here. Inside the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant, polished golden facade of the exterior. Oh, elegant golden facade. As in the same golden facade as we see in the chest. I'm wondering now if this was actually like a royal carriage, or do we even see? We can see the carriage right there. It does look like it has. It's not the most ornate or fancy looking carriage, but it does have the same color scheme as the chest and the whole like Ares court. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave off here? Right. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. And that's the cursed coffers. It makes sense now. That is the cursed coffers, correct? Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all 4 sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Arindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. That totally feels like what you see when you look at these, the totemic carvings. That's a great description that I would not have come up with by myself. It reminded him of, right. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock and would not open easily without a key. I wonder if there even is a key for this. I wonder if there is even a key on the estate somewhere, or do you have to have a sledgehammer to open the cursed coffers? Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Well, the driver replies without emotion, there is no key to that box. There's no key to that box. At least that's what the driver's saying. Jesper stood up. Easy enough then. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions, lifted the stone up, carrying back to the box. There was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force. It wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy. An effigy, it literally calls it an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed, given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. The line is in the book. Deadly is the stone. It was in the book all along. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it? That's one, feeling his disappointment rising in anger. Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what, you mumbling Agentor? Now, we know that's Erosian, but can we figure out what it means? It's got to be an insult. Ag means, what does Ag mean? Ag is it first? Let's remind ourselves real quick here. Quick Erosian lesson on the spot. That's algebra. Erosian, Ag is first. First, Entor. Entor. Is Entor, is Tor? That wouldn't make too much sense if Tor was counterclockwise in this spot. What would En mean? I don't think Tor is, it's being used as counterclockwise here. It's part of En, I think. Entor. But I don't know what that means. And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace, he paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead. Oh! That's what happened. I almost want to check my footage from the previous day, but I think I know what happened. What I had not noticed the first time that we picked up the stone effigy is that we lose 13 steps. That's what happens, isn't it? It's not that we lost half of our steps. I just thought, we happen to have like a side effect that I hadn't noticed with the cursed effigy. It loses half your steps. Sort of. It loses 13 steps. And I think 13 just happened to be close to half of our steps. We had like 27 or so. And I immediately thought half my steps, like the weight room. 13 steps. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. Okay. That is so cool. We're not going to read the rest of the book, but there's part of me that kind of wants to. But I just don't remember there being other... Like, that was the most interesting detail that I wanted to remind myself is how did it describe that moment when the cursed coffers gets opened? Did I not realize that this was the cursed coffers? I think I did, didn't I? Because these sketches here are depicted in the book. There's a sketch that depicts the carvings. And I thought, oh, I had to have realized at some point because I see this hand on here. The hand is so noteworthy. And I would have made the connection to the cursed coffers, I think. But the problem is I forgot about this book. And I didn't go back to read it anytime after we first read it because I thought that it wasn't... I thought it was a cool story and added to the lore, but I didn't make the connection directly to the stone effigy. Deadly is the stone. God damn. Wow. That is amazing. Absolutely incredible. Okay. We are going to be navigating with a curse, but if we're drafting blue rooms, we don't have to worry about it. So do I want to immediately put into place Banner of the King or the Scepter? I don't think I want to grab the Scepter. I wonder if the Banner is like a less harsh buff compared to the Scepter, or if they're the same strength. I don't know for sure, obviously. But I do want to draft 8 rooms in a row. And if this is in effect right away, the next time that you draft 8 in a row, the thing is we could wait. We don't have to do it straight away. We could wait to see how our draft plays out. We could just do a normal draft, go to the outer room, see what we get offered there, and proceed. So why don't we do that? Let's start with our outer room, and that will give us some direction to our draft as it normally would, because now we're not dealing with Blessing of the Monk. So we'll just have 3 regular old outer rooms to choose from, and we can see whether one of them is a blue room that we want to take. Let's start here. See, because this is the other thing that could happen is you just don't get any rooms like that at all. Or you don't get a blue room at all offered in the outer room. It could totally happen. And I don't have any dice. So we'll pick a trading post, I think, because we just haven't had a trading post in forever. And yeah, I want to do that. Although I forgot about the... Luckily, losing a coin is not that big a deal. But I did forget about the curse. So I do need to keep that in mind when it comes to green rooms. Losing gems and hallways, losing keys are much more punishing. Although if we have 0 keys, then it doesn't matter at all. Is there a reason... I'm going to take the extra couple steps just to remind myself. Is there a reason to go in the hidden room back here? We get the allowance... No, it was an upgrade disc, right? We got the upgrade disc, but now there is a dig site here. So, okay. If we need to, we can come back for a dig site. But otherwise, I have no use for the trading post when I have no items. So, okay. Okay. I'm hopeful that we can draft 8 blue rooms in a row. It's just a matter of when, like, we want to draft more blue tents memos. So we could, like, wait until we're getting to close to rank 8, and that's where we start to implement, we put in Banner of the King, but we could also just do it now, right? If we do it at the start, and that's what we did with the Scepter. We picked up the Scepter, and we went with the Tyranny of the Blue Scepter, and it gave us nothing but blue rooms. This is probably the most surefire way to get this done. Let's do it, because I want to see if we can just draft 8 right away. Also, I'm going to read this text one more time here. Okay, I could have sworn that the description of the Royal Scepter was different when we picked it up in the treasure trove. Maybe I'm crazy, but I could have sworn that it talked about, unless this is something they patched. I wonder if they just patched this. I did not read the patch notes beyond the accessibility changes. So who knows, maybe they switched this item so that it just shows up in the entrance hall. But anyway, it doesn't have this requirement anymore about calling it a day in the room of the chosen color. And also, once per day, you can switch the Royal Scepter's color. I feel like that was not a thing when we first got this. I don't think it was. I think they patched this. It's a good patch. It's a good change, because I know that first time that I used the scepter, which may have been the last time that I could have used the scepter that way, it felt very heavy-handed. Okay, we're going to do blueprints and see if we can get 8 in a row. And I have to remember, I don't have to hold down the shift key anymore. I can just toggle it on and off. Let's do top of the entrance hall. Go. All right. Workshop to start. I like the workshop up here. We get an item straight away, so we could go to the trading post if we want to. But also, it gives us a door directly to rank 3. So I will take it. And then I will maybe take the item. It's a broken lever. So we'll wait to pick that up. Let's just draft the rest of the entrance hall here. A study right off the bat. That's very valuable. Having a study ASAP. We don't have a bunch of gems. We'll have 3 after we pick up a study. But it is a little awkward always drafting a dead end right next to the entrance hall. So, like I was initially like, drawing room. That gives me as many doors as I want. And it sort of gives me rerolls right here at the start. But man, the study is so powerful. Such a powerful room. I think maybe I take the risk. And then we'll just try to get as many gems as possible. If we don't fill out our base, it's no big deal. We just need to draft 8 blue rooms in a row. Right? Will the game tell us? I wonder. I wonder if there will be a big alert or notification that lets us know that we actually did draft and unlock permanently all of the doors that have what did we call it? The crest of Mount Holly? Is that what it's called? It just says the blue sealed doors, but I think it's the Mount Holly crest. Crest of her ladyship. Perhaps it has several names. Okay. Man, that discovery of it was there all along in the Curse of the Black Bridge. It was there the whole time. Now I will take the den. I want as many doors as I can after taking that dead end. And it gives us a gem guaranteed. I don't know for sure what the observatory is going to give us at 30-something stars. So, den for sure. And it is nice when you're drafting blue rooms like this to avoid the curse. It might, even if you weren't aiming for 8 blue rooms in a row, it's not a bad idea here to just make sure you're not taking cursed rooms with the scepter. The scepter just makes that so much easier. Ooh, a vault, huh? I don't need the gold. So I think it's just a parlor. Closet? Did I not make you rare? Get out of here, closet. Get out of here. With as many rerolls as we have, I'm going to go ahead and draft. Let's draft this door here. Let's see what this gives us. A little awkward, but maybe I take the break room and I'll draft from it, and elbow rooms will point up the west wing. I don't think I need to spend any gems here. The keys from the break room are valuable. Yeah. take those, and then we still want to get the break room on rank 8. I do keep forgetting that, but it is such a hard room. You've kind of need, it's such a hard room to pass because those keys are so valuable. We kind of need to go into a day with the clock tower helping us out in the key department. All right, parlor game time. Everybody's favorite. The gems are in the black box. The gems are not in this box. The statements on the other two boxes are true. Okay, well, this cannot be true because we need to have at least one false statement. This has to be false. So does that mean, but it also doesn't mean that the other two statements are false. It just means that, well, one is going to be true and one is going to be false because they can't both be true if this one is false. So which one is true and which one is false? If we assume that this one is true, the gems are in the black box, then can this one be false? The gems are not in this box. It cannot. We have a contradiction because this is saying that it's in this box. So that means that this has to be false. The gems are in the black box is false. And the gems are not in this box is true, which means they're in the blue box. Logic for the win, as always. Let's go get our keys. There was no items, right? There's never any items hiding behind the couch, correct? Maybe sometimes with the metal detector, there's coins back there. Okay. Always looking for new details when I go in the break room. Like I'm going to realize that one of these... or that the pool balls are arranged on the table in some special combination that gives you the code to something. The break room doesn't work like that, I don't think. I'm hoping it doesn't. Oh, this is our 40th game, isn't it? This is well, it's not our 40th billiard game, it's our 41st. But hopefully it's going to be the 40th that we actually succeed at. Because we actually tried to solve it and we didn't forget to do darts. 16 minus 10, that's an easy one. Are they going easy on us here for the final one? No special curveballs so far. 15 minus 13 is 2, times 3 is 6. Okay. 3 plus 20, 23. Minus 13, 10. Times 2, 20. Divided by 4, 5. Okay, then we get a square in there. Are they going to go through all of them? Are we going to get a final exam where every single combination that we've seen gets tested? That would be kind of epic. 4 squared, 16. They might do that. We might actually go through every single combination. Okay, this one's a little more involved. 7 plus 3 plus 10 is 20. Divided by 2 is 10. Minus 7 is 3, and then we square that to get 9, and then you divide by 3 to get 3. I think it's doing that. I think it's going to go through every single one. Oh my god. I love it, but also hate it. Actually, I don't hate it. I love the math game. I love playing darts. 13 inverted is 31. Plus 1 is 32. Inverted again gets 23. Did we do this one before? Minus 20 is 3. Okay, now this one... Oh, okay. I hope I can get this right. I still feel like I'm not sure on the rules here on this, but I think you do the 11... Actually, how do you do this? Because don't you need to divide by 3 eventually? I'm such a dingus. Why am I thinking 11? Why am I thinking 11? I, for some reason in my mind, had 11 minus 1. I don't know how that happened. The sliver is not pointing at 11. It's pointing at 1. Brain absolutely went haywire there for just a moment. But we have 1 minus 1, which is 0. Divided by 3 is 0. Now we can't end up with a 0 here as a final answer because there's no 0 on the dartboard. But we can still multiply 0 by 20, and that gives us 0. And then we can add 18 and then divide it by 3 to get us 6. Okay, all right. Oh my God. Okay, this is scary looking, but I think we can do this. But we do have to. Oh God, how is this going to work? We're rounding to the nearest tens place. Two sets of 2 wavy lines. So first of all, we add 1 plus 10 plus 19, and that gets us 30. Then we subtract 4 to get 26, and then we round to the nearest tens place, which goes back to 30. Now, here's the part that I'm a little unsure about. Because the 5 and the 3 happen at the same layer or tier, if you will, the same circle, the same ring. I think we do it's subtraction, sorry if I said addition, but we subtract 5 and 3 first to get to 22, and then we round, right? We don't round after each of these individual subtraction operations. I think those get combined together because they're at the same ring. So we go to 20. And then we subtract 1 and subtract 2 to get to 17, but we go back to 20. Please don't send me back to the beginning. There it is. There she is. Let's go. Did we do every single one? I feel like there might have been one sort of operation that was missing there, but maybe we covered them all. I think maybe we did cover them all. But we have it. One way or the other. The Bullseye Trophy. That's a cool one. Recognition of true mathematical precision. Boom. All right. Bullseye Trophy. Get in that trophy room and check one more off the list. In the grand scheme of things, that's definitely not probably not one of the harder ones to get. It's just a matter of time, but it still feels good. It still feels good. It's still progress, ultimately, in the chain of events. Okay, now we can take an observatory. I think this is where I'll spend one of my gems, because we do want stars. But I'd like to save the den for above the observatory, please. Or a dining room for above the observatory. But let's see what our rewards are after I quickly always try to check the table just for anything that might be there, which it seems like there never is, actually. So why do I end up checking? That's what I was looking for. I was hoping that we would see a Diamondus Major. That's awesome. Lavis the Key is awesome as well. And a Diamondus Minor. And a Sail. 38 stars is a good one. Love it. So glad I took that study now. Let's keep drafting. Yeah, that is 6 in a row already. So we just need 2 more blue rooms. And I kind of would like one of them to be, man, we did get offered a laboratory, didn't we? Maybe I should, was the laboratory next to the study? I don't remember where the laboratory was, but I think I skipped a laboratory. I should have maybe thought about starting an experiment. When we start that experiment, we could use our Royal Scepter and change it to shops or hallways or something, depending on what the experiment is. Oh my God, a gallery. Okay. I think I will take the gallery, even though I want to get the gallery on rank 8. But if we have the key to room 8, we can definitely get that on rank 8. Assuming we can get to rank 8, but I think we'll be able to get there. I think we take a gallery. I would love to have the extra door here, but this is a gallery. It's so rare for this to pop up. I'm not going to miss the opportunity here at that key. Gets us more gems as well. Straight up more gems than... There's some coins in here too, right? Yeah. And the key to room 8. Such a schwanky key. That's exciting. This was a place. This room feels good to be done with that. Done with the gallery in terms of expending brain cells. Let's just keep on drafting in this direction. I know we always get that garage offered, but I don't want to take it yet. But a conference room helps a lot because I could then maybe take a garage above the conference room. But also, this is our 8th room in a row. That's a blueprint. Will something happen? Nothing happened. And I suspect that it probably didn't do what I was hoping it would do. But there's also, I also kind of want to check right now. I want to go, I think I'm going to do it. I have 56 steps and I have to see. This is too important. I want to be a responsible drafter and everything, but I'm gonna turn around and go to. I'm gonna go to the tunnel because I need to know if this did. Also, did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've drafted 8 in a row. They have not been adjoining rooms. So if that's a stipulation here, then I have not fulfilled that. Have I done? Let's see. Actually, they are adjoining, aren't they? Never mind. I take that back. They are 8 adjoining rooms. Don't they have to be? No. Like you could go like, you know, let's say you had drafted, you could have like a secret garden here where the conference room is. And then I always struggle coming up with examples like this. But what I'm thinking of is you could have a room that's not blue that you've already drafted somewhere. And then let's say and let's say that room is, that's not the way I want to go. Let's say that green room is on the west wing. And you draft like 4 blue rooms over on the east wing. But then you come, after drafting those 4 rooms and not any other room, you come over to the green room on the west wing and you do all your drafting there and draft 4 more blue rooms. So you would have drafted 8 rooms in a row without drafting any other rooms in between any of them, but they're in completely separate parts of the house. You could totally do that. But we didn't do that. We did both adjoining and in a row. Does that buff carry over? I forgot about the microchips. God damn it. Forgot about the microchips. Gonna spend even more steps here. It's fine. It's fine. We can switch our scepter. So we can switch our scepter and like get a shop. We can go for shops so we can get a kitchen. We'll be fine on steps. We'll be fine. Even though we're cursed, we'll figure out a way through it. It's a little annoying that my microchips don't stay down in the tunnel where I left them. The fact that we didn't get any... I don't know. Blueprints is the kind of game where I could see the blue doors opening permanently without any big fanfare. Blueprints feels like the kind of game where that could happen. It doesn't necessarily give you bells and whistles every time you do something cool. Is that true? It kind of does give you... You get cutscenes and you get trophies and... I'm trying to think of an instance where something really permanent progress happened, but we didn't get a big flashy notification. My guess is that the door is still closed beyond this. It's still closed. Okay. My Slay the Spire brain thought that maybe this buff would carry over to the following day. Because it doesn't technically say the next time today that you draft 8 blueprints, but I suppose we should follow the more implicit logic of drafting in the estate. This rule is only in effect when the throne is actually in your house. You actually have to have the throne in place. So, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense, and that is a little bit unfortunate. Because it would have been so much easier to do it the way we just did it. So that means we do have to draft the throne. And that's tricky because it's a rare room. It is currently a little less tricky because we have a blue scepter. But we also don't get to draft any other colored rooms. So while we're trying to get a throne room, and then start our blue room sequence going, I was going to say we're running out of blue rooms, but not really. There's a lot of blue rooms. If we find the throne room reasonably quickly, we'll have plenty of blue rooms left still to draft. I have trouble finishing my thoughts sometimes. But there's so much to think about in this game. I'm going to draft from here at the workshop, and I get a den. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I think we keep the blue scepter in place, though, because I want to get a throne room. Like, yeah, I want to get these blue rooms on rank 8. That's a big priority, but I also want to get a throne room, so yeah. I want to do multiple things, guys. Ooh. Oh, never mind. I was excited about a Chamber of Mirrors, but I don't have the doors to get into the Chamber of Mirrors the way that I'd like to. Security. I do want to start an experiment as soon as possible. Have we got security on rank 8? I need to check my notes here. But have we got this already? Not staff announcements. We have not got security on rank 8 yet. And if the thing about experiments is we have these things like drafting a shop room or drafting hallways consecutively. Those are not all of our triggers. There are triggers like draft an upgraded room or draft rooms with fireplaces. And those would work perfectly well with having a blue scepter. Or I could re-roll here to try to get a better dead end than the utility closet. I almost kind of want to re-roll because none of these we have not gotten any of these on rank 8 so far. I have got the laboratory on rank 8, so that would be the preferable room if I want to start experiments. At the same time, security is really valuable because you also get to lower the security level. It's a tricky call. We're probably going to call it in the break room going forward, so we'll have a security key card tomorrow. I want to do all the things, but I think I'm actually just going to spend a reroll here. I don't want to pick any of these in this spot. I'm gonna spend a gem. Okay. We have done all of these on rank 8. I think the closet is what I'll take now. One of my rare closets. And we only have the one workshop to go with our mechanarium so far, so that's not really doing anything for us. I'll just take the closet because this could get us a die. But of course we have gems with the study already, so dice are not that important. But I just like putting the dead end here. I don't want to take the observatory here. I'm gonna smack down a dead end, and we'll leave it at that. Give me my die, give me my key. Okay. So I keep holding down the shift key. Force a habit. Habits die hard. That's a pool. Perfect place for a pool. I think. Yes. We don't have a sledgehammer. But I still take the pool. The only way to get a sledgehammer is probably a commissary. That's the one thing, is I don't get shops when I'm doing this. I don't get shops. What we might change game plans for tomorrow if we don't get this to work out today, if we don't get the throne room back, we might just wait until we've got a shop like the commissary before we start delving into blue rooms too heavily. I'll keep doing it for now. We'll go in, we'll do the pool, and who knows, maybe I should just go ahead and spend the keys to open these trunks. Maybe that's worth the resources. But I think I don't need the resources yet, so I can afford to draft these other rooms first. And I'll go ahead and do... Let's do this guy first and see if we can get doors in both directions. We don't. We get a dovecote, which I could settle for. I could just rotate it so it's pointing up the east wing. Maybe that's this. I'll go ahead and settle for the dovecote here. At what point should I be spending these redraws to try to get a throne room? This would be an okay spot for a throne room, right? Give me those doors, and I spend 5 gems while I still have a whole bunch. But it's a rare room. Like, I can't hope that the throne room is just going to show up by randomly re-rolling. So I'm just going to keep... What we really need to do is we need to be able to adjust its rarity at the conservatory, don't we? That's the spot. We need to get to one of the corners and turn on green rooms. Put the green room buff in place. I'll take the dovecote here because I can still maneuver. I can use the rerolls here to maneuver through to the rest of my... There's a commissary. Yo. Okay. I just, unfortunately, miss out on the rest of the base. I don't get to draft the rest of my base. The dining room is pretty important in terms of getting steps, and it would let me keep drafting down, but without changing my buff on my scepter, I may never see a commissary again today. I just wish it was pointed in the other direction. It would have been perfect. Damn. Do I still take it? It's really valuable. It's really valuable. The resources that we could theoretically get from the 2 rooms that are the room on rank 1 is really the most important one that's left because it's a chance at a conservatory. We would miss out on that. But otherwise, the resources that we would get from those 2 extra rooms are nothing compared to making sure we get a sledgehammer and opening the twin trunks in the pool, the swim trunks. I just hate missing out on the shot at the conservatory, but we'll do it. So be it. Because we need things like... Well, I guess we need a magnifying glass. We'll see if we need that or not. But the sale is on, so buy it. Take our sledgehammer, and our step situation just got so much better with a sleeping mask and running shoes. Although, when will we see bedrooms? So, okay, not the craziest commissary, but good enough. And now we get to open trunks. Dice. Yes. All right, more coins that unfortunately we don't have a way to spend just yet. Maybe I should even leave those here because laundry room maybe could show up, but... All right, let's draft through the dovecote. We're just kind of hoping for a throne room to show up. That's where we're at this point. A reading nook is not bad. It's another time that we're not... Our chance to draft a library on rank 8 goes down substantially. So we could take an observatory, or I could re-roll to try to get more doors here. But I think I'd rather save the re-rolls for a spot where I'm going to get dead-ended. And maybe the observatory is just the good pick because it's going to get us way more resources. Maybe it gets us a Clavis the Key. Let's hold off on taking the reading nook. We've got 4 keys at the moment. And it should come back. And hopefully we can get it to where we can draft the library on rank 8. Then we can check that off the list. We've done the drafting studio on rank 8, right? Yeah. So maybe we could take this here just to give ourselves a little more room. This is, it's just 2 gems. I hate spending 2 gems, but no, it doesn't get us a gem back. I was going to say we can open the safe in the drafting studio, but it doesn't have a gem in it, does it? Am I remembering that correctly? I think it's the mini safe and it just has the little mini letter. So I think I take the observatory. Let's see what resources we get. We get another key. Awesome. So we get the key anyways that we would have got from the Nook. And we get more stuff. That's not a Southern Cross. More gems. We got our gem back. Farmer's apple. Help us with our steps. Cool. Good observatory. And that star count looking much more decent all of a sudden. So I have roommate. Yeah, I have the key to roommate. Already given us a locked door here, huh? Okay. First door on rank 4. Not first door, actually. Our first door was the conference room, so. Second door. Oh, I guess our second was the observatory. This is our third door. All right. Maybe that's not too unexpected. This needs to be a reroll. Doesn't need to be, but I want it to be a reroll because I don't want to dead end myself. Ooh, but there's a laboratory. So we could start an experiment and we could go back to the conference room. But I could also just take a kennel and keep going. But experiments. I might need the steps from the experiment, like we did before. After we did the same thing a couple days ago, right? Where we had this blue scepter and we ended up taking steps as our experiment, and it was very, very helpful. But I don't want to dead end myself just yet. I'm gonna take the kennel. I'm gonna take it. Don't have a shovel, unfortunately, right? That was not one of the things that we got from the commissary. The mechanarium here is not gonna open the way that I want it to, so I'm gonna re-roll here. We only have the workshop. Oh, I guess the mechanarium counts itself, but that's the door that you come in through. So the only door that would be open here, I think it works in a clockwise fashion, starting from the door that you're at. It couldn't open the door that's next to the den, so it would then open the door that goes to rank 4. But then I already have that door theoretically from the conference room, so these are all dead ends more or less. The wine cellar is not a bad dead end because it gives me 3 more rerolls, but I'm gonna use a redraw here. Man, what is going on? What is going on? This is not how I want this. But maybe should I just connect the boiler room to... The boiler room is an interesting one because it does start the duct system going, and that would be a way to counteract the scepter. But it does counteract it with rooms like the weight room and the archives, but also the passageway. I don't want to do this here though. I want a door that points up into rank 5. Please. Thank you. Oh, shit. The foundation is back. I don't want the foundation here though. I was really hoping that we would get the foundation offered much higher up into the house. A foundation at rank 4, man, this is only the second time that we've seen this offered. It is extremely rare. Second time since we did the repellent spray. So the foundation is so rare, but this is also not the spot where I want it. If anything, I want it on rank 8. I think I passed it before on rank 8, didn't I? But I didn't yet understand what the blue tents. I don't know if it was on rank 8, I'm not sure. But it would actually be awesome to have it on rank 8 at this point, because now you could just go you could save it for when you have a bunch of rerolls like this with the study or dice or inkwell or whatever. And then you can just go and draft at the foundation and take the blue rooms that you don't even have to like work your way up there like we're having to do right now. The foundation at rank 4 is not that thrilling. It just doesn't get you anywhere, right? That you couldn't already get. It sucks to pass the foundation, but I don't think it's the right spot for it. I think I just take the drawing room. I think I just do it. It's a tough one. Because I just, it's the FOMO. It's like, is the foundation ever gonna come back? It'll come back. And we've been doing okay without it. And it's not where I want it. That's what it boils down to. I want it at least at like rank 6. But I kind of wanted to get it at rank 8 because otherwise we're never gonna see the blue note in here, right? Drawing room. Obviously, I could like look it up. I could have you guys tell me, what's the blue note in the foundation? But I don't want to do that just randomly for rooms that I haven't at least tried to get on rank 8. So now, let's do what? I'm gonna see if I can connect to the conference room because I kind of do want the keys from the garage. But I also want a lot of doors from this door above the drawing room. Maybe I draft this first. Let's draft this first and see what we get offered here. The dining room is a decent amount of doors, and it's something that we need. We need steps. We have not yet. I don't think we've drafted the dining room yet on rank 8. So that is one reason to not pick it up here. But I do want the doors. Like I could settle for the classroom. That would get me steps with a farmer's apple. That would be decent. Maybe I'll settle for the classroom here. And try to save the dining room. Because it makes a lot of sense to save it for rank 8. Because that's when you get your steps. Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to take the classroom instead. I could redraw. Because the classroom we haven't picked up on rank 8 yet either, correct? Maybe I should just do a redraw here. And we can always use our study rerolls as well if we are unsatisfied. Do I really want to see the classroom memo at rank 8? Kind of. I kind of want to just check it off the list. Let's redraw. Let's use our redraws. The redraw that we get for free from the drawing room. Let's use it for once. And we sort of get rewarded with a reading nook. It's really hard to save the rooms that you haven't drafted yet on rank 8. It's hard when there's so many of them that are good rooms like this. Like the reading nook. I think I better take this here though and not start dipping into my gem count just yet. We'll hold off on the library for yet another day. Another day where we're not drafting it on rank 8. But we'll get it eventually, question mark. Reading nook. It's so weird. I gotta say though, the when you draft like this, when you have this blue scepter, I don't know if maybe it's just that subtle effect of not seeing all the various colors. Like you're so used to seeing such a colorful set of blueprints on any other day. But when you have this situation where it's only blue so far, there's something that's a little bit depressing about it, frankly. I think that's what kind of throws me off. And it just doesn't feel right. Still having fun, but it's just odd. It's an odd... You've got to be kidding me. Bro! You've shown me the foundation twice before you've offered me a throne room. That is hilarious. I would like to connect this to the conference room if I can, so I'm gonna redraw here. I'm not desperate for the storeroom. This is so funny though. Another foundation at rank 4. Haha. Hilarious. If I didn't take it in the previous spot, I'm not taking it here. Foundation. Get out of here. Oh my god. I would take a throne room in an instant. Snap pick a throne room. Foundation twice. I did say I wanted to save the dining room. And I don't want to use a freeze. I don't want to take a freezer, so I think this has to be a gem usage. I could take a coat check. I don't want to overcommit to connecting to the conference room here, and I'd like to save myself the steps of going all the way around to the conference room. And I am at 4 keys. I should say I am at 4 keys. I'm not desperate for the keys from the garage, but those keys are going to start dwindling here. I kind of want to... I could connect with the dining room, but I'd like to save it if I can. Am I being too greedy here? Maybe I'm being too greedy. Man, they give me the rotunda. Yeah. That's an expensive room, but it does connect to the conference room, and we have already drafted it on rank 8. If I take it here, then I could... It's actually a decent room because it maybe would give me another door if I can get a 3-way room. The thing is, I feel like my only 3-way room that I have access to is the dining room. So it almost feels like it's time to change the scepter. I don't know. I don't know, man. And if I take the rotunda, it is going to be 3 more gems that is down the drain. I'll settle for it, though. Don't love it. I'm gonna go across and see if I can... maybe I'll draft this door first. I don't know. Maybe I would even take a wine cellar here, to be honest. Because they keep offering us that wine cellar. If we get offered that again, we can recoup some of our gems. But it is also locked. Yeah, I think we're gonna maybe have to take a garage. Wow, the foundation is really showing up like crazy. This is kind of insane how much they are throwing the foundation our way. This is in its original spot, isn't it? Sort of. It's just rotated slightly differently, but we could rotate it. Still don't really want it on rank 5. It's not where I want it. And I don't want to settle for the office either. But my gem count is starting to get a little sketchy. Man, they are really... The fact that the foundation is showing up so much does make me a little anxious to get straight to rank 8 and try to get it to show up there. Keep this buff in effect the way it is. We just need to be able to get to rank 8. But we've got this door through the reading nook. Maybe what I should settle for is just take an office. I can spread the gold from here to the conference room for whatever that's worth. The office would also let me start an experiment. I forgot about the fact that it is basically the same as security. I think I actually do take the office here. And I suppose I might as well put the office like this. Because then we can at least draft... We could draft the garage still from this direction. So I'll do that. It's going to cost me 1 gem, right? But it's a room that we've already taken on rank 8. I'll do the office. And then we will step inside. Tennis shoes give us a step back. I think I'll wait one Well, let's start our experiment before we spread gold. And we also check for staff announcements. There is a new one. January 3rd. Simon, remind me when I come back to work to create you a Blackbridge admin key, as you are obviously very technically proficient, perhaps even more so than most of my staff here. Funny enough, following our format, the naming of your admin key would theoretically be Joan S, which might be the first one where the admin key is the same as the last name. Oh, okay, right. Did we try this already? This is Randolph talking to us, but did we try already to use our own name? I feel like we did. But maybe it is putting it in bold here. So maybe we should try it anyways. We were in the grotto earlier. Interesting note. We have to try that at some point. We can't do it from this terminal, right? We have to be in the grotto. So I suppose that's a little... We're going to be probably going back to the grotto. If this throne room doesn't show up, then the grotto will get the microchips back, and we can try Joan S when we go back to get them. Special order. I guess we'll keep doing the sledgehammer. I've kind of switched over to doing sledgehammer now instead of magnifying glass. But maybe I should be doing compass. We did get our power hammer done with, but we've said that the sledgehammer is just nice to have when you have swim trunks and stuff like that. Tough pick. I'll go with the sledgehammer. But maybe I will be wanting a compass one of these days and regretting. There's always room for regret when you have so many decisions to make. Still no data transfers, but let's do the remote terminal access to the laboratory. I think this is the one that I want to start an experiment. Do I change my packet at all? Because right now my packet is not giving me steps. It's not giving me steps, but I can still change my buff with the scepter, and I can also use the banner of the king. And we still have a dining room eventually to pick up, so I think we're okay on steps. I think I'd rather get either... Well, gems, dice, and keys would be awesome. So I'm just going to go straight to experiment setup. Let's see what they offer us. Gain 1 key for every 30 steps you have. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. I have 0 hallways. The game is not giving me hallways because I asked for them. Or I asked to not have them, thanks to the Royal Scepter. I could gain stars if I want. Each time I draft an upgraded floor plan would probably be the pick. Except we're drafting blue rooms. When we have this blue buff in place, our experiments, at least the way they're set up now, are very underpowered. The apple we could get if we get a classroom. I guess I'll still pick the upgraded floor plan. Well, there's so many rooms that are not blue that are upgraded. So this is not really... Right now, none of these are going to trigger hardly at all. So the experiment may not matter. But if it does matter, it'll be after I switch colors. So we should probably pick the upgraded floor plans. And then what effect do I want? I may need the keys, but I'm not going to have 30 steps pretty soon. So I should probably be safe and just take a star. This may or may not be relevant. It's probably not even going to trigger today, but it's something. Let's just put it in place. And if we get it, great. Otherwise, no big deal. Now we'll draft this door first if it is unlocked. Well, even if it's locked, I might still draft it because I do need I need the keys from a garage. I think I need the keys from a garage. So I kind of need to pick it. There's still the key in the reading nook, but I need keys. The question is, do I need the gold from the office? I'll just do the spreading gold, but I don't think I'm going to pick it up yet because maybe laundry room. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking that. I'll just take the gold. We'll go to the conference room and get the gold and see if I'm somehow lucky to have that door unlocked. I have a feeling it's going to be locked in the conference room as well, but I feel like there have been instances where where you have one door, two doors that go to the same place, but one of them is unlocked. I feel like it's happened once before, hasn't it? Actually, a decent amount of gold. I think this is more than I would have guessed from the office. Okay. Do we get lucky? We do. But we don't get a garage. But I do get a locker room. That actually is just the same, isn't it? That's exactly the same, but it also gives me a door. That's amazing. Okay. Locker room for the win. Because we have a conference room. LOL. I will take my... This is strictly better than a garage. Because I get 5 keys. And now I might even open some locker room doors to give myself some gems, maybe. The only problem is that some of them could be... Dude, you're kidding me. There's a key card here as well. Bro, what a locker room. Are you serious? Absolutely amazing. Okay. I really do need gems. So I'm going to open at least a couple of these. What do I open, though? Let's open this one. This was the one that I was first drawn to. I think that's going to be my... Oh, there's a gem. Perfect. Okay. Am I feeling lucky? There's usually coins. I feel like coins are more prevalent than gems. So that's actually where I'm going to stop. Let me just take my gem and run. And our key card and run. And there's our security that we were also kind of saving for rank 8. But maybe I can't do that because I really need to... Well, I need to have a door that keeps going. Or I could take a code check. But I'm so close to rank 8. And if we get, like... I think I should take security here. Because now... Yeah, we take security. I do want to see what the memo is. I want to see what the memo is eventually. But the way that we do it is... We don't do the blue buff... Well, gosh. How are we going to get this? Man, this is annoying. I wanted to do this throne room thing. But you have to draft the throne room first. We need it to be more common. I'll take security here. It gives me the doors. And it can also now give me... It didn't give me security doors, unfortunately, in security. But we'll quickly remedy that. Let me see if I've missed anything. The key in the nook. Maybe we won't even need that now, though, because that locker room was so good. And we now have a high security level. So, no items, I don't think, in security. So, let's keep going to rank 8. I kind of want to just get to rank 8 now. Because who knows, maybe we get the throne room on rank 8. Maybe. I'm gonna, well, maybe I can get a wine cellar over here to give me more rerolls. Where do I want to use the key first? I do kind of need a wine cellar. It's funny that the wine cellar has been so rare for us, but it's shown up like 5 times today. Which door do I draft first? Which door do I draft first? I'm going to see if I can take a dead end here, because now I feel pretty good about my key situation. But then again, when I get to rank 8, am I using the room 8 key as soon as I can? I don't know if I want to use it immediately at rank 8, because I would like to get to the corner as well. Like I kind of would like to see if the game would offer me like a foundation or a throne room, one of those at rank 8 right in that spot. I would take that foundation there if I get it. So, and then we can maybe use key 8 in the next spot. Maybe. We're at 28 steps. Oh, the dining room is another one that we could get right here. But that's assuming that we get a straight through room. That's assuming that we get a room that goes straight to... This may not work the way that I want it. Let me just see what I get offered here. Let me just see what I get offered at this location. This is where they give me the foundation. It's still not close enough. And this is now the 3rd time it's shown up. It is showing us the weight room because ducks. I don't want to lose half my steps here. But this would give me a lot of doors. Dang. I would need a weight room pretty soon. Sorry, I would need a dining room pretty soon after the weight room. But we could also switch gear with the scepter and try to draft a kitchen. That's always like the out here. Switch the scepter to yellow if we're about to run out of steps. The desperation move. Or purple. Switch it to purple because we have a sleeping mask. Not the worst idea, but man, I want this foundation. I want this foundation in a couple more ranks. We're so close. Crap, I don't want to spend 2 gems here on a drafting studio. I don't want to do it. I think we might need to take the risk with the weight room and hope that we get the dining room back pretty soon. Ideally on rank 8, but maybe I would settle for it above security if it comes to it. This is tricky. I'm going to take the weight room. I'm going to do it because of the things that we mentioned. I wish... Oh, man. It's tough, it's tough, it's tough, it's tough. It's so tough. Things are tough. This game is difficult. But this doesn't spend any of my gems. And the gems I need for rerolls. I'm going to do it. Oh, I just realized I'm cursed. I'm such a dingus. I forgot I'm cursed. Oh, you all saw this coming, didn't you? I just wasted a gem on a weight room. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Should I have just taken the foundation there? Swallowed? Taken my medicine? Crap. Oh, we're getting down to the wire here, man. This is getting dicey now. This is getting dicey. Okay. Oh, no, it's a starfish aquarium, though. Shit. Shit. It's a starfish aquarium, but it does the same thing. It's cursed. Fuck. But it does get me. It does get me to rank 8. And it's not a dark room. But I would have to pay 2 gems for it because I'm cursed. And I would have to pay a key as well. And a step at this point, which is pretty big. There's that wine cellar, but it's in the wrong spot. It's in the wrong location. Do I have to take the wine cellar here because I need the rerolls and then I go through the weight room to try to get to rank 8? That must be the play. I can't take a starfish aquarium. That's just too devastating. Why here? Oh my god. The fact that we're cursed today. Oh, it's so painful. I have to take the wine cellar. But then I'm down to so few steps. We're very close to having to call in the scepter. Not call it a day, but call in the yellow scepter. Arch Aries to the rescue. Oh, okay, we got a step back from our tennis shoes. Okay, I did forget we have tennis shoes. This is so weird. Tennis shoes, help me out. I don't know if this antechamber lever is going to come in handy. But theoretically, we could pick up the crown again if things work out for us here. Now, a big thing that I'm glad to see is a security door here. So this is the room that we draft, and we try now to get a passageway. I think that's what we're hoping for in this spot because of the duct system. A boiler room would be fine-ish too, although we technically haven't done the boiler in... We have done it on rank 8, but I forgot to look for the node. So maybe we could get the boiler room on rank 8 as well. We've got 9 gems at least to work with now. We'll worry about steps in a moment. It does give us the boiler room, but it's not pointing the right direction. I need to go to rank 8, guys. I need to go to rank 8. I could take the boiler room and then try to get a passageway, right? Or if I have the boiler room, now I do have a way to counteract. Okay, this could get me a laundry room. I need to take the boiler room to get a laundry room, don't I? Because that actually is how I solve my steps situation. That's how I do it. Theoretically, but we've been down this road before, haven't we? Trying to reroll for a laundry room and it doesn't show up when we were looking for it. Okay. Man, I'm getting so close to rank 8. I'm so close. I'm so close. Because what I want to do here is I'd want to put the laundry room below the weight room. And I think I just take the boiler room. I don't risk it re-rolling here. I don't risk it. With so many coins, we should be able to get things to work out for us. Let's just take the boiler room. We have to step in the boiler room. And we still don't have a shovel, so we can't dig things up. Let's activate our power. And we want it pointing at the weight room. And now we go draft this room to give us... Unfortunately, I picked up those coins in the conference room. I should have just left the coins. I should have left them there. That was the smart move. Why did I just didn't think I was getting a laundry room. That's what I thought. Maybe I still am not. This game is so fucking troll. On to Ross. I would like to send a a strongly worded letter to Mr. Ross. What can you say, man? What can you say? What can you say? I want to go for this. I obviously want to go for this. My issue is that well, there's several issues. There are several issues. One of them has to do with gems. The other has to do with steps. But maybe we could make this work. If I take the throne here, and then I take the laundry room next to the boiler room, or maybe I get the passageway, and then I get a laundry room. We should try to make this work. We should try. The only thing here is that I don't take any steps into the throne room yet. We're gonna go for this. We're gonna go for this. The chances are that we're going to run out of steps or gems, and once we're out of either one of those, we're kind of screwed. But we're gonna try for this. We're gonna try because I want to get this to work. I want to get this to work, and this is the only time that the throne room has shown up today. This room, man, do we need to go back? Do we need to go back and play chess again to get ourselves an axe? To axe the throne? Let's see if we can do this, and we're gonna go for broke to hopefully get a laundry room. You beautiful bastard. Showing up at just the perfect time. The goddamn perfect time. Don't hold down shift. Close. Close. It's so close. And it does get us very close to rank 8 every single day. But it's not on rank 8. And it's also not a laundry room. I need to redraw. Not a laundry room, and not a room that gets me potentially to a laundry room. Oh, the laundry room costs a gem. This is my last oh my god, this is it. Or I have to get a passageway. Or I guess I can't take an archives either because it's cursed. We have to go for broke. I could have changed the scepter to yellow. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Fuck. This stupid video game. I guess we get a... I guess we have a key to rank 8. I guess we can maybe do that. So we'll take an archives here, but I'm gonna be out of gems, and I'm about to be out of steps, but we'll maybe at least get to read well, the thing is, I can still... We're not completely... This is not lost yet. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on here. I could still redraw to try to get a passageway. I don't have to take an archives here. And I don't really want to take an archives. I'm going to spend my last redraw. I don't want to pick either one of these red rooms. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. Oh, I wish I could take this ballroom so badly. Our step situation has been remedied. So we at least have that going for us. If we take a dining room. I so wish I could take this ballroom, though. God damn it. Well, I have to take the dining room, right? Because if I don't take the dining room... The only thing... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't have any gems. I can't get a shop at this point. I cannot get a shop at this point. I have to take the dining room. So what we're going to try to do is, with the dining room, we try to draft 7 more blue rooms. Just draft 7 more blue rooms, guys. It'll be easy. With 0 gems, what could go wrong? Oh, it puts the counter on your screen. Yo. It actually just puts the counter straight on the goddamn screen. One of your throne rooms. One of your blue crested rooms. 1 and counting. There's nothing else to do. We can't go back to the reading nook. The only decision that I could make here is switching the scepter to something, right? Like bedrooms. I could switch it to bedrooms to try to get myself even more steps, but we just got a dining room. So we're in this now, right? We've made it this far. Let's see if we can get 8 in a row. If we get 8 in a row, if we somehow manage to get 8 in a row with 0 gems, if we somehow make that happen, then it's a permanent unlock. We don't have to do it anymore. Oh, that was weird. That's a bug. But it's permanent. Okay, I guess we settle for that. That's a pretty good foundation, guys. If we're doing this rank 8 game with Blue Tent's memos, that's a pretty good foundation. And it also gets us 2 more doors that are close to us. We just don't get to see the Blue Tent's memo in the foundation. But, you know, that's probably most players, isn't it? Unless you do some fancy stuff with repellent spray eventually to get it to go to rank 8. But then that's a lot of finagling. I think you live with the foundation here. This is a good foundation. Yeah. I can rest easy thinking of this as my foundation. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. Let's do it. And that's 2. Okay. Now what? I have a key for room 8, but I don't want to use it yet because that would completely block me off from this side over here. But then again, I think it is guaranteed to force me to the right, correct? That's the way that's going to work. So I would, like, I guess ideally I'd want it over here, but I don't think I'm going to have that luxury because I lost all my rerolls. I have no rerolls. I have no ability to select better options. If I get dead-ended, I'm dead-ended, right? So I could say to myself, let's take room 8 here just to guarantee that I get to see this door. And then I still have... Oh, we're getting to 8. 8 blue rooms in a row is going to be tricky because of the situation that we're in. I don't think, without switching my buff, I don't have any way really to get more gems. Both of my observatories have been drafted. Both of my dens have been drafted. Wine cellar, parlor, gallery. All my blue room options for gems. I guess a closet. The thing is, I have walk-in closet and I have attic, but you need gems for those. Oh, storeroom is a thing. There are a couple dead ends that would get me some resources here. And there are still locker room doors. Should we spend some of our keys to open locker room doors? I just realized. Huh. That's an interesting decision. I totally forgot about the fact that there is a locker room to open. Maybe I should spend like 2 of those keys. But at the same time, I also just want to keep drafting. I also just want to keep drafting doors. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, luckily, these are both security doors. These are both security doors here. We have our elevator back. Do I need to activate this? I don't know for sure if I need to activate this. I don't think it costs me any steps. So I'm going to ride the elevator just in case I need to, like, reactivate it down below. Ride it once so that it's now a thing that can be accessed via key card later on. I don't know if that's the way it works, but I'm just going to do it that way, just in case. And now I will draft rank 6. Rank 6 is this door. The foundation is back, guys. It's back. It's back just in time, huh? Why? It's bugged when I try to click on the throne. It doesn't actually go to a... It's a blank floor plan. It hasn't quite caught up with the fact the room directory is still stunned at the presence of the ascended throne room. Man, I want to take a showroom so bad. Do I even need to take a showroom? I maybe need to take a oh, but it doesn't get me gems. That's the thing. Like, I maybe could get an emerald bracelet. And even a master key would be pretty decent. But at the same time, I'm resetting my count. And I don't actually get... Even if I got an emerald bracelet, I would not be able to reroll for new rooms. So... But at the same time, if I take a storeroom, my options... Well, I still have this door from the reading nook. I have to keep that in mind. I'm going to get steps from this dining room. Maybe all is not lost here. Because I could draft from the reading nook. If we assume for a second that that's... Let's say that we... Worst case scenario here, I have to take a closet or a storeroom and dead end myself. And then from the reading nook, we would probably dead end ourselves. One of the options would be a library, and then the other 2 would be maybe dead ends. So if we did that, that would put us up to 4 blue rooms. Then maybe we take... Oh, but we cannot use key 8 yet on a security door. We can't use it. So the foundation, we'd have to get lucky to give us a blue room that keeps the draft going. We would at least have a reroll. If we take the storeroom, we would have a reroll. So that's probably where we would save our reroll to make sure we try to get as many doors on rank 8 as possible. We might not be able to get to 8, but I think the best chance at doing it is taking this storeroom. Let's take it and see how we go. We also got a successful experiment because it's an upgraded floor plan. All right, cool. So we got an extra star. Not bad. I'm going to save the coins. Maybe. Somehow, maybe the draft gods smile on us and give us a laundry room at the reading nook. Maybe there's a world where that happens. I don't know. What I think we do now, though, is we have to draft this foundation door. And we try to get some more doors to keep things going. Because we've got keys. We're in a decent spot on that front. Can't take a trophy room. I can't take a trophy room. This is the sucky situation when you become so poor. It's so bad. Dang. I have to reroll. I've seen the coat check and the mailroom. I've seen those those messages and this package in the... There is a package in the mailroom for what it's worth, which I suppose could get us gems. But then we're so boxed in at that point if I take a dead end here. I think I have to take the reroll here and just hope. Hope. Man. The curse did us in, guys. The curse did us in. If we'd have gotten a laundry room, if we had only gotten a laundry room here connected to the boiler room, everything would have been solved. We almost threaded the needle. All hope is not lost just yet. Who knows what happens at the reading nook? And I guess we'll spend some keys in the locker room now to try to get some gems. And maybe I should have done that. Maybe I'm being a dingus here and I should have just gone and opened up a bunch of locker room doors. Probably would have been the smarter move. I guess as a consolation prize, we get to read the utility closet on rank 8. It doesn't feel like a big utility, especially when we have the key to room 8, but I couldn't use it here because I made my security level high. I played myself, DJ Khaled. Shit. I at least didn't reset my count. I'm at 4. And my dinner bell rings. Is it just in the box? No. Where did my cursor go? My cursor sometimes just leaves the screen because of when the animations are happening. Your cursor, if it goes off the screen and you happen to click, then all of a sudden you're in Windows instead of in your game. There is a blue memo in here, is there not? Hello. It's probably very obvious, and I'm just overlooking it. It's probably really obvious, and I'm just overlooking it. Say what? Hello? I feel so dumb sometimes with this game. Because it's like... Blue room on rank 8. It's gotta be in some real obvious place that I'm just... The X marks the spot. My brain hasn't caught onto it. What am I missing? The hell am I missing? There's not like a secret tile or something that I haven't uncovered in this room, is there? Okay, I'm gonna take a break, and because I need a little bite to eat. I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna hope that when I come back, I'm gonna hope that my brain is reset, because I don't see it right now. What the heck in the world? For the love of the utility closet, where is this blue memo? Oh, this draft in some ways has just been such a pain. Okay, yes, break time. And then maybe I will see this thing? Of course. I just realized as I was sitting back down to hit record again, there's another part to this room. There is a whole nother part to this room. It's been forever since we've been in there. I don't know how long, but there is another part to this room. But the question is, can I remember how this is done? It's been so long now. How do we actually... Do we need to start with everything being green? Is that how we do this? And then we get one of them blue? And now we can start doing like red, and then blue consumes red, that kind of a thing. But then purple ends up turning to blue, except you can go like this. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, so then what was the ultimate I feel like it was something like this, wasn't it? You get the blue, and then it eats the red, and eventually you end up with... You need them to be all... You need to somehow get... how did this work? I feel like this was the sequence, but maybe I'm misremembering. Or I'm a little bit off. Because now I need this to be... Now I need this to be blue, don't I? So that I can hit the purple, and then it would become... Yeah, I didn't do this quite right. Am I still saved, though? I don't think so. Oh, no, I can make them all... I'm gonna need to check my notes. Oh, shit. I think, yeah, okay, that was not good. Because now, that's gonna do this. Okay, I need to remind myself. I need to go back to the notes. I just need to go to notes. Go to notes. Stop trying to, like, do this from your memory that's faded so... It's so far in the past. However many times ago it's been. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. 5 purple activators are needed to activate the 6th. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. So we were kind of close. We're kind of close here. But then again, maybe not. Okay, so let's do it like we had before. Let's start working them in this direction. Because maybe I can get it just like this. Okay, and now you can activate the 6th. Okay, and now when you have them all purple, that's the other part I need to check here. By going to the security, not security, the office emails, right? The office emails, I think. I hope I'm remembering this correctly. Yes, VAC indicator lights. It should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all indicators to purple. Okay. Oh, and that's what we need. We need the sequence to be off, blue, green, white, red, purple. Okay. And the only way to get white is by having them all be purple. So white has to be at number 4. Okay. Now... this turns to red. No. Because now... Wait. If I hit blue here, it's going to eat the white, isn't it? Isn't that how that's going to work? But then it turns to white. Okay, I might screw this up, but I'm going to see how this works. It doesn't eat the white. Okay, it doesn't eat white. So then, what I need then is for blue to do this. It goes back to purple. And now I need it to be red and purple. So I need... I think I need this to be red, and I need this to be blue. And now this becomes purple here. And now this becomes red. Okay. Got it. Now I just need to have off, blue, and green. If I hit purple... I've been doing this now for a few minutes, and I still am not sure on the order on this. But I don't think I can hurt white. That's the important part. I can't screw up white as long as I don't touch it. So I can change... I want to change this to... Okay, that's fine. This becomes blue moves to here. And eventually we're going to get blue. Oh, that's actually where we want blue. So now we just make this green, and now we turn this off. Oh, but now blue is going to eat itself? No, okay. Oh. There's another part to this room. Does this have the blue memo? It does, okay. Hopefully you all weren't yelling at your screens for too long there. DC Power's designs for the VAC controls were partly inspired by the gift they received from their client, an original Morajai box. Okay, I suppose that's an interesting bit of trivia. DC Power. Do we know what DC stands for? It's not like District of Columbia. Is it? But they got an original Morajai box. And they thought, ooh, let's make some pretty colors to go in our control box. Our next control box scheme. Okay, so cool. We did get at least one new memo today. We're going to also be able to eat our dinner. So let's do that. And then we have one more room to draft, at least. If we're extremely lucky, maybe we can draft more than that. But I have a feeling our draft is going to be ending very soon. This throne room. Gosh dang it. The stinking throne room. I guess we go into the throne room now. Because maybe there's a key. Not today. Oh. Oh. And the allowance token is gone. That's how that works. Fine, I didn't want it anyways. I guess I shouldn't have opened the Morajai box. Oops. Can't get to the antechamber. I don't want to pull the lever. I don't even care anymore. What the heck has this draft been, man? It's been cursed. That's what it's been. It's a cursed draft. Nothing more to say. Steps. All right. But I really need gems. I guess I'm going to spend... car keys. LOL. Never ended up with that garage, did we? I might as well spend, like, I don't know, 2 more keys. Because otherwise, these keys are not going to get used. So we might as well... I have the 1 key in the nook. There we go. I should have come back to get some more gems. Maybe we could have turned this thing around a little sooner. But I was just... I was thinking, I was trying to live in the world where I got lucky enough that I could just keep using my keys to open doors. And that would have been the best up here in this area where we had the utility closet. I was hoping I could get lucky there. But maybe the correct move was still to go back here and get the keys. Or sorry, use the keys to get some gems. Now with 2 rerolls, I will go to the reading nook. Yes? Or do I open 1 more locker room? Maybe I do 1 more. I don't know. I want to live in a world where I draft 4 more blue rooms, but that's gonna be so stretching it. But we have 2 gems now. Let's see if we can stretch it, guys. Let's see if we can do it. A strange draft. I'm gonna be so happy though when this curse is gone. I can't... I mean, I can sort of imagine playing on cursed mode. You would eventually figure out how to get good at cursed mode, but man, starting your game in cursed mode. Ugh. Oh my god. That does not sound like fun. That does not sound like fun at all. Thanks, but no thanks. All right, here we go. Sure enough, got to use a key on the first door, but we do what we got to do. More stars. We could use more stars. I want to keep drafting, so let's spend the gems. Ooh, the mechanarium would keep us going. And it's a blue room. Okay. Okay. Because now once I was just worried about this straight through. But now if we get onto the east wing, who knows what happens? I think this opens the door, right? Well, it's not opening the door right away, but it might open... Oh, it actually does give us several... Oh, because I took the boiler room and the utility closet. And the security room. Oh, shit, the mechanarium's actually... Well, I don't know if it gives us gems, but it's actually way better. It gives us a battery. It's actually way better than I thought. Did we actually get a power hammer, by the way? LOL. We actually could make a power hammer. We just backed our way into a power hammer. Casually. I think this is the antechamber lever. Right? I'm not going to bother with that. But then, does this have just random items behind it? Oh, a silver key. Huh. Silver key, you say? Oh yeah, and we're next to the kennel, so the dogs are barking. I was like, why are there dogs barking? For a second, I thought it was my neighbors. Okay. Well, I don't think we'd have to... Let's just see if the store opens. Okay, it just opens, so there's no choice. No decision to be made. Other than you have to re-roll here because otherwise your draft's coming to an end. Or you could take a freezer and say, hey, I'll take one gem over into tomorrow. But I still want to... We're at 5. We're more than halfway there. I just need an elbow that goes in the right direction here. I just need it to go... An East Wing Hall would work, but... Maybe I... Well, no, it wouldn't work. An East Wing Hall would not work because then I'm resetting my count. I'm resetting the count. I gotta redraw. No! We tried, guys. We tried. At least we'll get to start with some extra steps tomorrow, I suppose, but the current counter is gonna stop at 6. Crap. We don't have any other doors, right? That's it. That's all she wrote. That throne, man, why did it wait so long to show up? And it showed up right when I was trying to find a laundry room. Dang it. Maybe I should have stuck with my plan of going for the laundry room. And of course, there's a gem there. Ha ha ha. Funny joke. I'll grab it because what else am I gonna do? I don't think we're doing anything else today other than, I guess we're going to a break room. We never got to use our key 8. Crap. This curse was just a little too prohibitive, and it's tough with the Royal Scepter being the way it is. The blue rooms, but hey, okay. We at least did get a pretty decent foundation. That is one thing we can say about the draft. The foundation is back, and maybe that will allow us to make some more headway on day 60. But that's where we're going to wrap up this installment of Blueprints. Thank you guys for hanging out with me through my, I guess I have to go, oh, I can go this way to the conference room. My trials and tribulations today. I have felt the strain of a cursed draft. And things just not quite lining up the way you want them to. But we got closer than I was thinking we would. Considering we got the throne so late in the draft, we still made it to 6. But when you don't have not having your study with a whole bunch of gems in your pocket, and not having an inkwell, that's really what we need to keep working our way back to. We need to get that star count back up. But we did get a trophy. Our dartboard trophy is in tow. And yeah, we can at least call it a day in the break room with a new trophy. But I will just take another moment here. We never got to really use the trading post. Should we go to the trading post just to see if there's anything like an allowance token? Because actually that's what we can do. We have steps here. So let's just see What will the game... I'm not going to trade the Royal Scepter necessarily, but I don't know. I mean, if it trades for an allowance token, I don't want an allowance token. I already skipped the one in the throne room, so I'm not going to trade a Royal Scepter for an allowance token. What does the key 8 trade for? Just a prism key? The rest of these are just going to be the normal item exchanges that we would normally see. I don't think that any of these would have helped us. None of these would have really... Well, we could have maybe made a jackhammer. Did any of these give us the ability to get a shovel? Huh, a keycard trades for a lucky rabbit's foot. If we'd have gotten our hands on a shovel, and we could have made a jackhammer sooner, that might have been a play. Oh, we could have gotten a die for the battery pack. Interestingly, you cannot trade the scepter. It's like a key item. A major key item, perhaps. You can't trade. You can trade key 8, but not the Royal Scepter. That one you cannot give up. It's stuck. Or you're stuck with it. Huh. So many things to think about in this game. I really like, though, that we did figure out the little mystery about who was in the Green Hood. We remembered the curse of the Black Bridge. So that was a fun discovery. And even though we didn't quite make it together, we didn't quite get all... There could have been so much more that we got done with this draft. The potential was there. I hate this curse. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. We're not playing chess today. There's no other special things to be done here. We're calling it a day in the break room like we would normally do. And now we will have a foundation at rank 7. Our game of trying to fill out all of these rooms at rank 8 just got a fair bit easier. Even if we don't get to see the note for foundation. I don't know. Do you guys think that would be... Should we look this one up? Should you guys tell me what the note is in the foundation and just pretend that we have it on rank 8? We'll see how we go on that front. Mount Holly Architect's Castle. We are kind of... During my break, I was like, we're a prince now. We're actually a prince. Shouldn't we have, like, the staff be calling us, like, Your Highness or something? We need to make a staff announcement. Guys, my title has changed. I need you all to recognize, respect, put some respect on this crown. Hopefully we'll get this thrown a little bit earlier in the draft at some point, but we might need the conservatory to help us with that. Still, an okay amount of progress today, but we're trying to get those doors unlocked. I'm still curious, where the heck are the other sealed doors at? But we at least have one to unlock, and we'll see if we can make some headway. We just got to get 8 in a row. After you get a throne room, easy peasy, right? We'll see how it goes on day 60. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.